When something is too heavy for a man to lift, push or pull, he has to draw on the local resources. In many parts of the world, he has to rely on what are aptly called the beasts of burden to do his haulage work. In their slow, methodical, uncomplaining way, they've plodded through the centuries in the sweltering heat, providing the farmer with his livelihood and the population with the fruits of the earth. In the British Isles and other agricultural countries, there are still many farmers who rely on the horse as a means of pulling machinery and heavy loads. The horse is a reliable and willing worker, but his range is limited and his tempo is slow. He can't be here, there and everywhere, coping with the 101 odd jobs that crop up daily on the farm. What I want, says many a farmer, is something that can do everything the horse can do, plus a lot more, and at 3 times the speed. And here it is, the Land Rover. A tough, chunky, cheeky, versatile vehicle with an unlimited capacity for hard work. You can almost see it cock a snook at the old horse in the next field and hear it say, "Anything you can do, I can do better. Next job, please." What's this hitched on behind me? A pickup baler? Heavy? Yes, of course it is. But he's put me into low ratio and I've got a drawbar pull of 2,000 pounds, so there's nothing to it. And as for this harrow, well, I hardly know it's there. I do about 15 miles an hour with the side rake. It's quite a relief to stretch your legs or wheels occasionally. My next job is distributing fertilizer. Just round and round the field. Pure routine stuff, even with half a ton on board. For crop spraying, I'm fitted with some special apparatus which is driven from my central power takeoff. This power takeoff also runs a generator for welding. I must confess I find it a bit on the dull side, being a stationary power plant, but it's all in the day's work and fences have to be strengthened. Another of my special fittings is a winch. This comes in handy for clearing undergrowth and pulling felled trees out of awkward places. It's a relief to be tugging something heavy. Well, fairly heavy, but I do hate having, as it were, to watch. The same goes for sawing up logs, another power takeoff job. I'm itching to get on the move again, but at least I have the satisfaction of knowing that with my help, 6 logs can be cut to your 1. Watering the cattle is another routine job. We go all over the farm, bumping in and out of the fields and fill up the troughs. A couple of cows have been sold to a neighboring farmer, and I have to deliver them. You'd be surprised at the variety of things, human and otherwise, I carry about. Pigs, poultry, corn, children, dogs, shooting parties, fencing, and milk churns. Every morning, year in, year out, I'm loaded up with milk churns and take them to the collecting platform. I've got so used to it, I could do it almost in my sleep. Sometimes we have an outing, such as taking our hunter to the county show. I particularly enjoy these occasions because I always meet a lot of my friends doing the same thing. Well, there's an average day's work for you, and I think you'll agree it bears out what I said at the beginning. Anything you can do, I can do better. From the small farm of a few hundred acres to the downland farm of 3,500. Here, in addition to the daily round we've just seen, the Land Rover has large distances to cover, usually well over 50 miles a day. It cheerfully combines the jobs of farmhand, shepherd, sheepdog and cowboy, and at the same time enables the farmer to keep in touch with all parts of his land. If one of the dogs goes lame, the Land Rovers, working in pairs, take over and round up a herd of cattle as effectively as a couple of Texas cowboys. Can he hear a sturdy voice saying, anything you can do, I can do very nearly as well?